Welcome back to Movie Summary. Today we are diving into a film called Secret Obsession. A woman named Jennifer was running away from a mysterious man at night when she got hit by a stranger. After days in the hospital, she lost her memory because of the accident. A man shows up and claims to be Russell, her husband. He helps her around, and when it's time to leave the hospital, he brings her to their house. But Jennifer feels something is off, as well as Detective Frank, who is on the case. He gives Russell number to be traced and gets out. He goes to the hospital and asks details Russell gave because he doesn't appear in the database. Meanwhile, Jennifer is at home looking over her album's photo given by Russell so she can remember her life. But then on one of the photos, she realizes that his hair looks different in the mirror. She finds it strange. She then goes to look closely at their wedding photo together. She is suspicious and starts searching around the house. But Russell comes back and gives her a new phone, saying her last phone wasn't found. But she realizes there is no signal. Frank on the other side arrives to the address given by Russell at the hospital. But another woman answers the door and Frank realizes Russell lied about living here with Jennifer. He calls his office and his colleague tells him they tried to trace Russell's number but there is no signal. That night, Jennifer and Russell are going to bed. Russell let her know how happy he is she is back home. They start kissing and are slowly about to make out. But then she gets another horrible flashback and can't do it. Russell gets mad, grabs her arm and reminds her he was at every step of her recovery. Mad that's all he gets in return. He is hurting her so he let go. Russell then goes to his computer where watches Jennifer while she sleeps. The next day, Frank calls the nurse. He wants to have access to the surveillance cameras of the night Russell came in. He is looking for a white pickup truck which was seen by witnesses when Jennifer was found. Surveillance camera footage is emailed to him and he indeed finds the white pickup truck with Russell coming out of it. Frank realizes Russell was the one who tried to kill her that night. He makes researches and finds a house Jennifer used to share with her parents. He gets to the house but the house is empty. Once inside he makes a horrifying discovery, the bodies of Jennifer's parents. Jennifer on her side gets another nightmare with a man and knife trying to get her. She wakes up and while Russell is in the shower she goes through his stuff then gets his wallet. Once he leaves, she realizes the door of the room is locked. She waits until he gets out to check his ID and she discovers hers, realizing her last name is Allen, not Williams. She finds a way to open her room. Meanwhile, Frank is investigating at the company Jennifer and Russell used to work at. Jennifer gets downstairs and guesses Russell's password. Frank is shown the couple photos while Jennifer realizes Russell photoshopped all their photos together. The man she is with now is not the real Russell. Frank gets to the same conclusion and finds the photo of the man pretending to be Russell. He used to work at the same company. His real name is Ryan. Jennifer is shocked realizing it's not the real Russell and a memory comes to her of Ryan being the man with the knife trying to kill her. Meanwhile, Ryan realizes he doesn't have his wallet and drives back. Jennifer is trying to find signal on her phone and falls. Russell comes from behind and smashes her with a rock. She comes to herself and Russell carries her to their room. He still acts sweet and pretends she fell. He gives her some medication saying she is sick. She then asks him, "Who the hell are you and what have you done to my husband?" Ryan's mood changes and he ties her up to the bed. That late afternoon, Ryan is shopping when he is visited by the nurse. He tries to avoid her but she confronts him on the fake information he gave the hospital. And he drives away. Later, Jennifer wakes up and is still tied up. No one is home. She forces herself out of the ropes and goes to the kitchen. She puts duct tape on her hurt foot. She then runs to the garage where she finds a car. She gets in and hides while Ryan comes back. He goes to the truck of that car and we see the body of the real Russell. Jennifer then gets back inside just in time and gets herself back in the same position. So when he enters he thinks she hasn't moved. She pretends to wake up. Ryan tells her he ran into the nurse today but then someone rings the bell. Ryan tells her to stay quiet. He goes downstairs asking who is it. It's Detective Frank. He wants him to open the gate. Ryan is careful and lets him in. Frank drives to the driveway and steps out of his car. He realizes the name in front has been hidden from the name of the real owners. Jennifer runs downstairs and sees him through the window then tries to go towards him. Frank then finds the white pickup truck and takes his gun out. Jennifer knocks on the window asking for help. He notices her. He then goes to the main door, but Ryan hits him from behind. The poor Jennifer hurries to the main door just to realize Ryan is standing there. He catches up to her as she begs him to let her leave. She screams, "Who are you?" He repeats, "I'm your husband." He threatens to break her leg if she doesn't behave. He tells her, "You have no idea what I have done for you." He puts her back in the bed and locks her room. He then puts Frank's body in a box. And Jennifer looks at a video on her phone she found. She cries watching the happy moments of her and her real husband. Ryan then comes back. This time he has a rope. He ties her to bed while saying he would have given his entire world just to be a part of hers. He tells her he spent years working in that office to try to get close to her, to try to understand her. He has been obsessed with her for years. He was even at their wedding mad at their relationship. He tells her she should be with him and not him. So he fixed it. He walked into their house, killed the real Russell, and believes Faith gave him a second chance. He tries to kiss her, but she bites him. Frank on the other end wakes up in the box. He hears Ryan outside, but Ryan comes back to the room after hearing a noise. She tells him she had no idea he felt that way about her. He then walks out to get a drink. She then tries to grab the lighter. She successfully reaches it, but Ryan is already on his way up. She successfully lights it up and tries burn her ropes. Ryan gets to the room and she is not there. She comes from behind and hits him with a vase. She takes his keys and starts running. Ryan then wakes up and screams her name while she falls down the stairs. He realizes she locked him in the room and yells at her that we are all alone here. Ryan then breaks the door and goes after her. At the same time, Frank is able to get out of the box. Jennifer is outside trying to run with her hurt foot. She gets in the woods and Ryan follows her. He tries to find her. She makes a noise falling and he goes in that direction. Frank then arrives to the woods. Ryan comes close to Jennifer, who sees him ready to hit him with a rock. She throws it in one direction and hits him with a piece of wood, but he pushes her back. Ryan gets his gun out and is ready to shoot her. But Frank tackles him from behind and both get into a furious fight. Jennifer grabs Ryan's gun and shoots him. Ryan falls dead. Jennifer goes to Frank, who hugs her while she cries. 3 months later, Jennifer comes to visit Frank. She seems way better, no cane. She gives him a big hug. Frank tells her he retires. She thanks him for everything. He gives her a note her husband wrote that he found. In the note, Russell tells her happy he is to have her as a wife. The movie ends with Jennifer driving away. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other movie summaries we have on our channel.